Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sportsbook review. This is the PuckHeads. Brenner is back from Punta Cana, an unbelievable Super Bowl bash, burning the candle at both ends, guys.
Who won?
Who won? Well, guess what? I had, and again, I got lucky. I went on my 27-5 is how I wrapped up the NFL playoffs. But today we're talking NHL. But right now, all right, Scott Carter sprained his ankle a week, 2 weeks ago, or whatever.
10 days
ago. And Dane, I don't know if you're up to, if you're, hip to the information. All right. Well, the thing looks like a Cabbage Patch doll's coming out the side of it. So today, the guy's all medicated up. His new nickname is Cody Carter. I got a feeling, everybody out there, viewers, you may want to start jumping on his back and tailing his picks, because if he's under the influence, he might start cashing tickets, not just a 10 fucking unit ticket either.
It's been pretty painful trying to sleep last 2 nights. So
I don't want to hear your problems. I've been trying to sleep on a plane in three. I was in 3 countries in 18 hours. I don't want to hear that shit.
But I caved in. I need to sleep, and she gave me some codeine, and I'm feeling pretty good. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll.
He's got 27 picks.
27 picks.
Jesus.
all in one game.
Hey, guys, I'm going to get my pick out of the way. I got to get my pick out of the way because I'm losing my voice, and I'm going to turn this thing over to the PuckHeads. I was literally this morning, we were going into this off camera. My alarm went off, and I never use an alarm, and I said to myself, I could take today off. I have to. I got nothing left in the tank. Oh, shit. I got the PuckHeads. Then I went, you know what? We could finally put Scott Carter on Front Street and say, Scotty, you got to host a show with Dana today. And thank God I didn't do that, because he's on codeine, by God. And he's on, literally.
I think you're on codeine all the time. Let's be honest.
I don't know what it is. I'm not a pill guy. I just have high energy. But, buddy, I'm telling you right now, I haven't seen you with a smile like that on your face in a long time.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
All right, here we
People
go.
Are waiting. Come on.
They're going to think we're crazy out here. All right, seriously, I am going with, all right, this is a tale of 2 of the worst teams in NHL right now, no doubt, bar none. 2 of the worst performing teams the last 10 games in hockey. Bar none. There's nobody worse than the Montreal Canadiens and who they're facing. The last 10 games, they're terrible.
Come on.
3-7 doesn't cut it, buddy. You're not a playoff team. You're going to get your ass handed to you. But guess what? They're going against a weaker opponent tonight that has no hope. Their season's over. Everything is over for this team. And I'm going Montreal on the puck line plus 160. I see this as a 5-1, maybe even 4-2 type of game. Dana, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, these 2 teams are pathetic right now.
Yeah, one of my picks, and I might as well give that out too. And I appreciate the update on the Carter Canadian cankle. But the Montreal Colorado matchup tonight, I really like the over on this. It's over 5 minus $1.30 at BetDSI. And let's also keep in mind one big factor in this game, guys, is that Matt Duchene and Gabriel Landeskog is going to be on display for whoever wants to take them in the upcoming trade deadline. And let's also understand that Matt Duchene's a guy that doesn't want to leave, and they told him a month ago that he was untouchable. Now he's not untouchable. And if I'm Duchene, I'm going to have a little bit extra inspiration playing a team that I potentially could go to.
Yep.
So I like this game to go over the 5 minus $1.30. I think Colorado could get one at least on the power play. Montreal's penalty kill has been absolutely horrible as of late. So we're going to go over on that. All these games are going to be for 3 units.
Wow, I like that.
He's going to be traded, Duchene, and it's a perfect fit for Montreal. He's a French Canadian.
But what happened in 1 month? What happened in that 1 month span? Dana, you and Scott both. What happened in that 1 month span where all of a sudden he's expendable?
Well, I think what happened is that they were actively shopping Landeskog for sure. There was tons of rumors he was going to go to Boston, and they kind of said that Matt Duchene, who you pointed out, Scott, is a young kid at in
26 only.
I mean, they don't want to get rid of somebody who's solid, but I think you're at the point. If I'm the Avalanche, I think you can't hold on to anybody, because everybody you have on your team right now is an asset for draft picks, and that's how you're going to build this team back
McKinnon.
up.
Maybe McKinnon's the only untouchable in that team, in my opinion.
See, and I like it.
McKinnon was also named.
Yeah, the facts that you just put out for our viewers, though, that's huge, literally, because you've got a team that tanked, all right? Colorado, and rightfully so, they're not going anywhere, so they have got to think of a new plan for rebuilding. So you might have to let go of some of your gold if you you want to get some silver to start building up to the gold
And
again. So
Dana mentioned Boston quickly in that.
Yeah.
They fired their coach today.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I
That's
didn't want
huge.
to.
Yeah.
When we did our live show earlier on Google Hangout, our viewers were asking all about this Boston game and how do you think it affects the betting angle moving forward. So I was going to open that up, but Scotty, I'm going to open it up right now. I need both of you and your banner. What do you think? Dana, we'll start with you. What the heck does Boston do from here? Do they rebuild? Do they re-energize? Do they get refocused under a coach that might, be able to put his foot down? What's going to happen?
Well, I can tell you this, Mike. If I'm the general manager of the Las Vegas expansion team, my call this morning is to Claude Julien. He would be an absolute, and we've said this. If you've listened to our radio show daily, I mean, we've said this for 6 months. That is a guy that I want leading my men, a young team here in Las Vegas. As far as Boston is concerned, take a step back for a couple games. Yeah, it is nothing you need to get involved in now. You have no idea how they're going to respond to Julien being fired. Julien being fired there is a big entity missing from that locker room. He was there for 10 years and won a cup and went to another cup. So let's just take a step back and see how it affects rather than trying to guess how it's going to affect the team.
You know what?
Couldn't agree more. I mean, I'd be after this guy if I was Las Vegas team. He'd be my number one guy for sure.
Okay, but after that, though, Boston, heading forward, moving forward. Because the guy that asked the question on the Google Hangout, I told him, and Dana just backed it up. I said, your best bet is to wait 3 or 4 games and see how they react to this. So, Dana, you just, kind of solidified that. Scotty, what's your thoughts on that?
Look at the East. Look at the East. Boston's 1 point out of a playoff spot.
Yes.
And there's actually 9 teams still in the running. Tampa Bay is the lowest team in that division, and they're still within 6 points of a playoff spot. I mean,
this is the NHL. Everybody makes the playoffs except what, 5 teams?
There's 30 games left, give or take a couple here or there, and every team has got a chance. Look at the Islanders. They made that coaching change, and they're like 7-1 or whatever in the last.
Remember last year?
Remember
Dana and I remember this one. The Minnesota Wild. They made that coaching change, and everything went absolutely
and Pittsburgh too.
Yes,
right?
Pittsburgh too.
So.
Well, here's the problem, guys. Here's the reason why this is a okay time to fire him. I thought perhaps maybe at the All-Star break he deserved that, but here's the reason why it's a good time. They have 6 games in 23 days, including their 5-game mandatory time off.
Yep.
They don't have a lot of games left, and everybody in that East basically has games in hand. And if I'm Don Sweeney, I'm looking at all the other firings and how the teams respond to that and think, well, maybe we make a move here and maybe our team will be inspired.
Don't underestimate that mandatory 5-day break that they have to have this year.
That's huge. And again,
youth system and everything. Sorry.
And last year, Minnesota Wild, toward the same exact type of thing took place. Hey guys, we got to put the pedal to the metal and get this thing done.
Okay.
All right, Dana, hit us with your second pick.
Anyway, Montreal plus 160 money line. That's mine too.
I've already got that. Okay. I already got that. You just keep drifting and keep floating. You're doing
just
fine. All right, Dana, hit us with your second pick. I like that one. That was good.
We're going to go Rangers minus $1.35 over Anaheim. The Rangers have absolutely dominated Pacific Division. They're 9-1 against the Pacific, including a recent victory on Sunday against the Calgary Flames. They've won 4 straight against the Anaheim Ducks. In a loss to Tampa Bay the other night, the Anaheim Ducks absolutely were dominated. There's no way that this game should have went to a shootout. I think, especially with Sammy Vatanen now being out for Anaheim, they're weak defensively, and I think the Rangers roll tonight.
Okay, Rangers minus 135. Scotty, hit us with your second pick.
All right, I'm taking the Dallas Stars. I know Dana talked about them a lot in the beginning of this Canucks or PuckHeads show episodes.
It's not the Canucks show. Trust me. We want to keep our stuff positive. We want to have our stuff solid and very much quality. But Canucks were not involved.
To his point, though, and he was right, and we were all talking about it too. They had tons of injuries the whole season. Now they're getting healthy.
Yeah, it could get dangerous.
They're getting up there. Look at the teams that are playing today that are ahead of them. Dallas has got 52 points.
Yeah, well, look at that camera and show them. I'm not worried about all that.
Winnipeg 54, 57, St. Louis and LA Kings 58. And all those teams could lose tonight because they're playing some good quality. They can make their money.
Especially if they get on what you're on. All right, hey, Dallas Stars, what's the line?
I got them, what's fluctuating up and down. I got Dallas plus 110.
Plus 110. And you just made another comment they can relate to. Fluctuating
up
and down just like you.
Minus 118. I think it's going to be another.
Fluctuating up and down like you, Carter. All right, Dallas, what was that?
Dallas over 6 minus 118. I see some 6.5s out there.
Yeah, you probably see about 5 or 6 6.5s out there.
I love this codeine. Anyway.
Hey, Dana, hit us with your next pick, or are you going to wrap it up with 2?
No, we got one. Well, I got one more. We're going to go Carolina over the 5 minus $1.34. You can get that at Pinnacle. Carolina and the Washington Capitals tonight. Caps are absolutely rolling right now at home. They've won 9 straight. The last meeting was a 6-1 outcome, January 23rd. The Caps have scored 10 goals in their last 3 meetings, and Carolina has started to finally find some offense as well. They've averaged 4 goals in their last 3 games as well. I don't think Carolina is tough enough. And when you're not tough enough and you're playing a team like Washington, that leads to a lot of turnovers and offensive scoring chances. We're going to go over 5 minus $1.34. All these games are for 3 units.
That's a good pick because Eddie Lack is confirmed starting in goal. If you didn't know,
he's in the net
for Carolina today.
Okay,
so that's good. I got one last one.
That was a great break. You got one last one. I'll give you a mulligan on this
I'm taking
one. You're
Detroit
done after that.
At home plus 107. Mrazek 42 save.
Slow it down. Detroit what?
Plus 107. They're at home playing against Columbus. I know it's a big dog. It was 120. It's gone down to 107. They're, in jeopardy of losing their 26 years in a row making the playoffs. They're
okay, that is huge.
2 points out, and they're home.
And I believe, Dana, what are your thoughts on that? When a club is facing something like that, that pride plays into it. Don't you agree?
I'll tell you what. They've been facing that for the last 2 months. Everybody has talked about how Detroit's streak is going to end. They've been facing it for 2 months, and they haven't been inspired. I mean, you can get to the point where, you can have inspiration, but it really gets down to, do you have the talent to match the inspiration? And if you don't, as is the case with Detroit, they're not making the playoffs.
Yeah, this is my brother-in-law's he is a diehard Detroit fan, and he said this is it. This is the year they absolutely have imploded, and it can't get any worse. So he's hoping for next year already. All right, guys,
They're not out of it yet. We'll see. We'll see
what happens. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. I screamed that from the terrace at the
watched
Hard Rock Cafe in Punta Cana when it was 28-9. I told them all. I said it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and I'll be damned if they didn't come back and get the W. Patriots did.
We're talking football, right?
I know. You're damn right. I had to get that in there, buddy. All right, viewers, again, thanks for your patience, for putting up with Scott Carter. Dana, always a pleasure. And viewers, I'm not kidding. Something tells me the ice is going to be heating up the second half of the season. So you better cash those tickets. And you guys, you better stay tweeting and get those things out there. Give our viewers the advantage and the edge, because that's most important at the end of the day. We got to help these guys. Do you agree?
Can you drink beer on codeine?
I don't know, but you need some help big time. Big time. Dana, thanks a lot, my man. Have a great day. PuckHeads coming to you.
See ya.
All right, guys.
See
Have
you,
a good
Dana.
day.
Take care.
I think you can drink beer with codeine, though. Yeah.